Okay guys, this is going to be Chef's cooking kit, the one that I actually use and have used for a little over a year now. I've went through a lot of different ones to see which ones are the best for me as a camper, because I cook on open fires and obviously little tiny gas stoves like this one here. So I'm just going to take you through the stuff I've tried, the stuff I use and enjoy using, and the stuff I wouldn't give the time of day to. So I'll move you a little bit closer so I can go through it all. I bet you're thinking right now, what a big pan that is. Right, I hope you all like my tiled table. It's pretty special. Right, so palette knife. I mix everything with my palette knife. I use it for my grills, I use it for my pots. As you can see, it's a bit dirty from last week. I haven't cleaned it properly yet. But yeah, palette knife's awesome for grills, mixing stuff, so you don't need a wooden spoon or anything. One tool does everything. You can even mix your tea with it. So this is a little stove I take with me sometimes. I'll either take it or I won't. This is mainly just for brews first thing in the morning, or on long walks, or basically when I get to a campsite and I want a cup of tea without lighting a fire. I take this, otherwise I'm dependent completely on a fire. Right, Crusader cup is brand new, only maybe two, 3 trips it's been on. Before that I used the Webtex Crusader cup, which is an awesome little cup. Lasted me a year before I had to get a new one. Now the problem I had with this was the handle after a while just stopped locking. It didn't lock. The paint on the inside is coming off, paint on the bottom coming off, and on the handles coming off. And with me, I don't really want to be having a drink of water and getting a chunk of black paint in my mouth, so this went into obsolete kit. The knife, fork and spoon I use are these ones, simply because they're stainless steel and they're ideal for what I need them for, i.e. the knife cutting through steaks and stirring on meats and eating and shit. These are the ones I did use, these fold-up ones. The knife's totally shit, doesn't cut through nout. Also, when you're cutting with fold-up tools, you're cutting and you're holding your steak and it's falling over at the same time, so it's folded. So I went to solid ones. So that's them. Right. Stove, palette knife, my small compact cooker. This is this one here. You've all seen this in pretty much 60% of my videos. It's just a small fold-up little tiny stove like this. I have stood on it, I've kicked it, it's been in the river, it's been all sorts, and it's still lasted. And this has been going now for 2 years, this one. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome little cooker to have, and obviously small packed. I'll leave it on there, I'll put it away for you. There you go. And that just screws onto these cylinders here. Right, so again, everyone carries a plate, bowl for my dessert. This is butcher's string for tying my meat to spits or sealing in tin foil parcels properly. This is my MSR Seagull made in Thailand. Now this was, I think it was about £30, but because it had a dent in it, I got it for 12 from our rock climbing shop. Awesome little stove. Again, it's been used over a year now, and it is still epic. Dirty as shit, but epic. So yeah, that's that little one now. Now, the zebra can. As I know you're looking at this zebra can and think, oh motherfucker, chef, clean that shit. But that does not clean. I've used Brillo, I've taken it to work and let my professional kitchen porters have a go at it, and it does get a little bit silver now and then, but because I use it on a fire like every single week for over a year now, it's just black. But man, I love this little thing. Now the problem I did have with this to start with is after the first, say, 110 uses, it started to warp into a bit of an egg shape because of the heat from my fire. So what I did is I put it on sort of the tip of a steel peg and hammered it so they went round again with this bit in it, obviously to keep the roundness. And this is the smallest one. I think it was about £16 off eBay. But yeah, Zebra can I will use and recommend to anybody. I love them. It's been through so much with me. So that's my this is what I am in use right now. This is what I take on every trip with me. Just this stuff here. So the plate, the bowl, the string, the tin foil, not the tin foil, the stove, this, the palette knife, the 2 pots and the Crusader cup, because I can boil Crusader water in my Crusader cup on my little stove too, which I never used to do until I went camping with my friend Jay. So, stuff I have used and found a complete failure to everything that is campcraft and camping is any sort of alloy pots, pans or cups. They are shit. I wouldn't give them the steam off my piss, and I mean a lot of people use them and that's up to them, but me, open fires and alloy just don't mix. They just burn and melt. And I mean, it's just, see my teapot here, I think this was like twice used and it just started to burn through, right through. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just because alloy stuff is sort of made for small gas stoves or anything like that, not intense heat of a fire. So yeah, I mean, use alloy all you want. It's entirely up to each person, because each person has each individual needs. Now this bad boy here is my, if I go camping with a friend or more than one person myself and I need to purify water, I basically just fill this up and on the campfire it'll boil in like 40 minutes or something with the lid on, because obviously things boil faster with lids on. And that's pretty much what I've used. I've also used the Swiss Army Ranger volcano stove, the Swedish Army mess set, the Taranja, and oboe stoves. I mean, I've found no use for any of these. If I'm going to cook, it's going to be on an open fire, not on any bushcraft stoves, which I'm not a bushcrafter, I'm a campcraft, or a camper, okay? So yeah, that is Chef's Cook Set. The one I use all the time, here. And the things I've tried, alloy and a Webtex cup that failed after a period of time. I mean, it's a good cup and it's a little bit small on the Crusader cup, but still does the job. But obviously, if you want long lasting, I'd get a real Crusader cup and not the Webtex one. And that's all I've got to say for this video. I'll just add this onto the end of this. I also take a roll of tin foil, either a flat grill to lay over the top of my fire, or one of these cool handled grills where you can open it up, clip the meat in with this little hook here, and then you can basically turn it without burning your fingers or having any hassles. These grills cost like £1 from the pound shop, and these ones are like £2 in the summer for barbecues. And the roll of tin foil is 70p. So yeah, last bits that I forgot to add into the video, sorry about that.